discretion is advised.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of the New to Wrestling podcast. This week, we watched the January 26, 1998 edition of Raw is War, and the match card is as follows. In our opening contest, we have Ken Shamrock taking on Mark Henry. Barry Windham and Jeff Jarrett of the NWA take on the Legion of Doom. Vader takes on the artist formerly known as Goldust with Luna. The New Age Outlaws take on Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie. El Pantera takes on Brian Christopher. The Headbangers take on the Quebecers. And Owen Hart takes on Triple H, sort of, in the main event.
I knew this was going to happen.
We'll talk about that. Hello, everyone. Welcome. If you are new here, you are in luck. That is Kelsey. She is also new here. If you are not so new here, well, I am here for you. I am Xavier.
Yay!
All right, guys. This one, we're moving along at a clip pace. On the road to WrestleMania 1998. Very exciting, WrestleMania 14. But in the spirit of WrestleMania season, and that when we are recording this right now, WrestleMania is going to be on Saturday and Sunday. So this comes out on Thursday. So I thought it would be a fun little moment before WrestleMania is upon us to do some predictions.
Yay! I'm excited. I want to hear it.
I want to, yes. So there's two nights. So night one, we have the War Raiders, Ivar and Eric, taking on the New Day. The New Day is in the middle of their kind of like heel run. I think they're probably gonna give it to the New Day, just because it's I think a little bit more interesting than whatever the War Raiders have been doing on television the last couple months. All in all, the general consensus from the internet is that this is the wrong WWE Tag Team Championship match that is being done. Apparently they've built up a like a five-way tag team situation over on SmackDown, and that tag team championship is not being featured at all on the WrestleMania card. So it's left people a little bit confused.
That is very confusing.
So I think the New Day is going to take it away. I think just because it'll just be more interesting television. They're seasoned veterans in the middle of a heel turn, so I think it's just a safe bet. We have Rey Mysterio taking on El Grande Americano, which is exactly what you think. It's Chad Gable in a mask. I'm hoping that this turns out to be a mask versus mask match.
Mask for mask.
Right. Yes, exactly. Works in Grindr, works at WrestleMania. And so I hope this ends up being a mask versus mask match so that we can see El Grande Americano unmasked as Chad Gable. I think Rey Mysterio, if it is a mask versus mask match, obviously Rey Mysterio will take it. I think next in the Jade Cargill versus Naomi match, that Jade Cargill is going to take that away. She has been coming after Naomi hot and heavy the last couple of weeks. Love to see it. We have LA Knight taking on Jacob Fatu for the United States title. I think LA Knight's going to end up winning due to some chicanery between the Jacob Fatu and the either Solo or some other like miscommunication with the bloodline. Gunther versus Jey Uso. I know that the sentimental favorite is Jey Uso and everybody loves him, and we want him to win. I want Gunther. I would love in the long run for a feather in the cap of Gunther to be like, I stopped Jay's like whole momentum, that whole WrestleMania nonsense. I proved he was not the guy, and I'm just as big bad and as I've always been.
Isn't he the longest intercontinental title holder
Ever?
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah, girl,
he's the world champion right now.
Oh, okay, I mean, obviously you guys know I'm not up on the
Yeah,
draw,
but Jey
but
Uso won the Royal Rumble. He's kind of like people love him because he's been around forever. He's kind of like a sentimental favorite kind of thing. But for me, I don't care. I don't care. I want Gunther.
and I love when you don't care.
Crush it.
I love that.
Next we have Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair, which I think is going to be a banger of a match.
That
I
sounds
think the
good.
build to this match has been like an absolute hot mess, and I think WWE knows that it's been an absolute hot mess. But especially in the last couple of weeks with it getting real personal with Tiffany talking about Charlotte's divorces and then Charlotte trying to sneak in that Tiffany's boyfriend has like been sliding into her DMs, like messy, messy, messy. It got messy. So I think the match, regardless, is going to be a banger because they're both freak athletes. I'm hoping that Tiffany takes it away.
Tiffy.
Charlotte, I think the WWE kind of realized that Charlotte Flair was not the move to like kind of come back and shove down our throats with the Royal Rumble. I think they're kind
Mm.
of realizing that. Um, and then in the main event for night one, we have Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. So the T of this one is the big favor that CM Punk is cashing in on Paul Heyman for helping the Bloodline out in Survivor Series in
Yes.
War Games is that CM Punk or that Paul Heyman will accompany CM Punk and not Roman Reigns to WrestleMania. Um, the big kind of what if of it all is how is this gonna like unfold? Some people are thinking
Hmm.
that it's gonna be like Paul Heyman's gonna turn on both CM Punk and Roman Reigns and go with Seth Rollins to really just like throw it all into chaos.
Oh.
Do we want to keep Roman with Paul to keep that going? I mean, we've seen it for the last 4 years, so maybe it's time to spice that up. But we've also seen CM Punk with Paul Heyman during his WWE title run. You haven't, but you know, the general public has. Um,
Yeah. Listen, I'm
but
keeping up with
but
Paul Heyman the way
Paul,
people keep up with the Kardashians,
yo,
girl. I love
amen.
that man.
But the thing we haven't seen and would make sense because Seth Rollins was really like the unsung hero of WrestleMania 40,
T.
that he would get his comeuppance in WrestleMania 41 and walk away with the big W and with their manager. You know what
That
I
would be
mean?
really fierce. I would love that,
Right.
actually.
So, I think that
I
that
hope that
might be the way that they
happens.
go. So we'll see. We'll see. Night two, we have AJ Styles taking on Logan Paul. That could honestly go either way. Who knows what they're going to do there? I think the match itself will be good because they're both like again freak athletes. But Logan Paul is Logan Paul, so not going to sing too many praises there.
Mm.
Damian Priest is taking on Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight. I think it's going to go to Drew McIntyre. I think he generally just has more going on for him
Yeah.
than Damian Priest has in the last couple of months. I think they're going to have to like kind of figure out what they're going to do with Damian next after this because we're out
Damian
of
Priest is Undertaker?
yes. Yes, he is.
Okay.
So we got to figure out. I honestly, they should lean into it. Um, but they have to figure out what he's gonna do. But since he left the Judgment Day and gone solo, we it's been kind of I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the next chapter is. Um, uh, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defending the women's tag team championships against Bailey and Lyra Valkyria. This one's like kind of a random one that we're kind of just getting.
Mm.
Everyone kind of feels this way. It's rushed. Um, WWE kind of dropped the ball on this division as far as like getting something going in time for WrestleMania. So this just feels
Mm.
very
Random.
and Lyra Valkyria is the women's intercontinental championship, which is also not being defended on the WrestleMania card. Which is like you introduced these titles like not but a few months ago, and alas, alack, here we are. For the Intercontinental Championship on the men's side, it's Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. I'm hoping that Dominic Mysterio walks away with it. I know we hate him generally, like it's fun to hate Dom, but
But
the man's been working his ass off for the last like couple years, like working more dates than anybody. Like honestly, the fans love to hate him, and I
I
think you can. It's a there's enough factors in it that it's a believable win if Dominic walks away with it, because Braun Breaker versus Dominic one-on-one is crazy. And you wouldn't really believe that Dominic's going to pull out the victory, but in a fatal four-way situation, he's just sneaky enough that he could get away with it. And then that kind of leads to what I think will be the dissolution of the Judgment Day as a whole, because then that will start the kind of feud between Finn Balor and Dominic. And so that'll kind of like, I think, be the final nail in the coffin of Judgment Day. And I think it's time. Everybody can kind of go their separate ways after WrestleMania.
mm,
In the triple threat match for the women's world title, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. This one is going to be crazy because we have the
ooh,
two heavy hitters with Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, arguably like the two like top of the WWE right now. And Io Sky, who has in this storyline been it, while being the champion, is being kind of written as the afterthought, because it seems Rhea and Bianca got big beef, but that is why I think she will be the one to walk away with the win, because she is being treated as an afterthought and she is no slouch in the ring. So
yeah. And I feel like Bianca and Rhea might get caught up in their own
right,
chirp, 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 chirp,
exactly.
chirp. That
Which has
should,
kind of been the case.
yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Another one that's going to be an absolute banger. And then in the main event, we have Cody Rhodes taking on John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship. And boy, oh boy, I think it's going to go to John Cena. I think we have enough.
What?
Yes, I think we have
No.
enough time. Not that I want this. I just think this is what's going to happen.
I'm like,
I
how
think
dare you say that?
I think we have enough time from April to December when John Cena is expected to retire, to give the WWE a kind of last run with John Cena as a heel on top. Lots of television exposure. Also, Cody is damn good in the chase. Damn good. We love to see Cody chase.
But
And he's
I,
also great at, honestly, he's the best when his back is against the wall and when he is chasing the title. And so it also gives Cody another thing to kind of I think they're going to long term. I think it'll ultimately end up down the line that Cody will be the one that takes the title back from John. But I think we're going to have. There's still too many things unanswered about The Rock's involvement in all of this, and that I think that's going to come to a head at WrestleMania at the result of Cody Rhodes. Um, do I
oh,
want
that's
that to
gonna
be the
break my heart,
case?
girl. That's gonna upset me bad.
I get it, but I think that's
Oh,
what's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see.
oh my God, I would be upset.
I know. But hey, tune in this weekend. We'll see what happens.
Wrestling loves to hurt me. I know that you guys already all know this, but once again, hello, I'm new here. Oh my God.
Amen.
I be getting upset.
Girl, I know. I get
I be
it.
getting hurt feelings.
I get it. I get it. But all right, guys. Let's get
Thank you for
into.
your predictions.
Thank
I'm
you. Thank
excited to
you.
see what happens.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too. Very excited. If you want to share yours, by all means,
Oh
comments
yeah, please,
wherever
please, please, please.
you're spotting us. Let us know. I'm curious. I want to see. I want to debate. But yes. On another note, another programming note, Kelsey and I recently have decided to be a sponsor in an event that is upcoming. It is going to be on May 25th, and it's being put on by the Shadow Wrestling Alliance as well as the Bree Combination Wrestling. And that show is Anniversary 8, a Jurassic celebration, and that is going to be a tribute show to Vince Steele, who, if you don't know, was a wrestler on the independent circle who recently passed away. And so that show will be raising proceeds for his family. And we will be sponsoring a specific wrestler, Jarrett Diaz, who's going to be in a tag team match that evening, and we will hopefully have an upcoming interview for you as a result of that. So look out for that. And if you are in the New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania area and you want to take a trek, come on down.
Yeah, come hang out with us. Also, if you're curious, if you have been watching the show, this is the same organization where we accidentally ended up backstage like a couple weeks ago.
Yes,
So it's kind of coming full circle where we were like, oh, one day, haha. Well, that day is
is
here. We
apparently
were we're
upcoming.
gonna be
So
there. So it's oh my God, it's really, really exciting. We're so excited to be there. We'll probably do like weekly reminders of the show. So
yeah, yeah,
you guys
yeah.
won't forget
So
it.
look
Honored
forward
to
to
sponsor
that.
the show. So excited to be there.
Yo, for real, for real.
Very exciting.
Yeah, our money could not go towards a better cause. So,
Yes.
all right, guys, let's get into this one. All right, the episode opens up with a promo recap of the Mike Tyson Austin fiasco that ended last week's episode. It's basically like the drama of it all is how did Mike Tyson go from Steve Austin's biggest fan, watching him win the Royal Rumble, cheering him on, to shoving him to the floor and the chaos that ensued after.
Swear.
And then they go into how that made headline news everywhere because, again, we know this is the height of Mike Tyson's popularity, not only as a boxer, but as a pop culture figure. So
Mm.
everybody was covering regular news, sports news. And this is one of those big, like, key moments in the Monday Night Wars that gets people to be like, oh, hey, what's
What's going
happening
on over here?
over there? Um, so
Yep.
it's very fun to be kind of like witnessing it in real time. Um,
Yeah. Also, Stone Cold comes out, and I had to write this because it was so funny. Stone Cold comes out, and you guys don't understand. Like, Stone Cold to us has just the most, just a great ass. Just a great ass. He has a great body. He's just, but he's got a great ass. And it's weird. He goes, what is it about, like, the 90s? Like, we're just, there's something, like, about that ass. There's just, and I quote, extra tapioca in that pudding. And then I was like, yeah, there's something. So that was funny in
so
and of itself. And they
sorry.
go, yeah, oh my God, there's something about like the shape or just like whatever. And he goes, yeah, there's just like an extra dollop of Daisy or something.
Not the sour cream
The
reference. Crazy.
sour cream. Oh my
Crazy.
God, your what's gone sour. I mean,
Ah!
but
No, but for
but
real.
what where is the lie? I'm not even joking. What like
No,
we're missing something. What is it? Is it
I
because
don't
we
know.
sit more? Like
I don't know. I don't know.
it's sad
But
though. There's something it's like a I don't even know. It's
the shelf of
gorgeous.
it all, you know?
The shelf. That tapioca didn't stir out all the lumps, girl. We still
Mm-mm.
had lumps in our shit. Ooh, my God.
Love to see it. That's where the
Thank
flavor is
you.
anyway.
Uh,
Uh Oh, for those of you listening, we just had a moment that could only be described as a
an
cleanse
apoplexy.
for like way too long.
Oh yeah, just nonverbal communicating was like
Right, yeah, yeah. So the end of this recap basically ends. It's like Mike Tyson wants Austin, Austin wants Tyson, blah blah blah. And then we find out that Don King is back and he's gonna tell us about, what's going on. I love that Don King really do just be looking like just like
the
Black
heat miser.
Einstein. Like it's crazy.
He
His
looks like
hair
the
is
heat
so
miser.
tall. Oh, it's crazy. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
He
But
said, I'm Mr. Don King.
yo,
I'm
for real.
Mr. Mike Tyson manager.
Yo, honestly, honestly, honestly. All right, but we'll more on that later. They're gonna not only show this entire recap again, but Don King will go on a ramble of all rambles. So we'll talk about it later. In our opening contest, we have Mark Henry taking on Ken Shamrock, so the world's strongest man versus the world's most
Most
dangerous
dangerous,
man.
man.
Mark Henry, of course, comes out flanked with the Nation of Domination. Of course, Farouk comes out last to be just a show his begrudging nature towards Mark Henry and how he didn't want him here. And then Ken Shamrock comes out. He makes his little his entrance. We think he's coming solo. He's like, no, not I. Couldn't be me. He's like, come on out. And we get a bald Ahmed Johnson, fresh from his clean shave of last week. He comes
Mm.
out and he's like, oh no, wait, I have more friends. And it's the disciples of the apocalypse. They come down on their bikes extra slow because, instead of having the bikes come out first and then the people, they had the people and the bikes. So it became like a parade procession around the ring. But hey, we're here.
Whatever.
This essentially turned into an impromptu lumberjack match, because
Pretty much.
the entire ring was just surrounded by like 10 people. So I have a note that just says, I love that The Rock is the only one who comes out here shirtless but in slacks. Like 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 no shirt, gold chain, title belt,
Dress pants.
dress pants and shoes. And I'm like, make it make sense.
It's so
And everyone else is fully dressed.
like
It's
for
just
wrestling. For
yes.
wrestling. And also, The Rock is the only one that didn't do the nation salute.
No, yeah.
He was too busy feeling
No,
himself.
always.
Always.
We love to see it.
But yeah, make it
Um,
make sense. I don't understand.
it just cracked me up that he was just like on the outside hooting and hollering. I'm like, why are you
He
like
did like the reverse, like, I'm on his business Zoom call. Like he was like, instead of just business from the top, from the waist
right,
up, he did like
fully
the waist down, like they were only gonna see his
exactly
legs.
100%. Savage. So, the match progresses. It's of course Mark Henry overpowering Ken in the beginning. It's nothing but bear hugs. It's pretty much just a like 5-minute bear hug.
I
In
swear.
which case, same. Thank you,
Yeah,
please.
thank you,
Um,
please.
Thank you. Love to see it. Again, it was just kind of bear hug, getting out of bear hug, getting out of bear hug until Ken does a belly to belly on Mark Henry, and we're like, okay, cool, period. And then he
Love.
goes in for the pin, swarmed, immediately swarmed.
Immediately swarmed.
Like Mark Henry didn't even get a chance to kick out. Swarmed by the Nation, swarmed by the other gang warfare. Here we are, like every day, every week.
Every week. If those motorcycles come out, somebody's fighting.
Yeah, yep. The Nation gets sent running, of course, as they're all jaw jacking, especially The Rock on his way out of the arena. Next, we are treated to a beautiful video package of The Undertaker and Kane. We love to see it.
It was
Fantastic.
like
Cinema.
was this the
Cinema.
one already that was yes, this one was like legit from all the way to the beginning of like Undertaker finding actually it even went further than that. It was
Yeah,
like Paul Bear explaining why he like broke ties with the Undertaker because he murdered his family. We went back into the archives.
and I
And
love
guess
it.
what? Love to see it. Exactly. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
love to see it. Whoever put it together edited it to filth. It was
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. The music, the drops, like everything was so I felt like
I
I was
love it. Was great.
riveted.
Again, I have like it's like realizing his brother's alive, and it hits us into like a Paul Bear like burning in hell, like a voice kind of montage that like
mm,
hits us into like a transition into like Kane's path of destruction. From there, just like choke slamming, tombstone, everybody. It's literally yeah, it's that Lady Gaga. I mean, where it's like, what is it? It's like
bus,
right.
club, another club,
Right.
another club, no sleep.
Yeah, that's just Kane's whole deal.
And I
Um,
loved it because they said they had done the quote like where Kane's gonna run through the entirety of the World Wrestling Federation. I go,
and
oh
then
shit, he
does.
kind of has.
He kind of
Like
has.
because he's been doing it kind of like intermittently, and also because Netflix hates me, we don't see every single
Right. Every
episode.
iteration.
So I missed a few,
Right.
but I'm like, oh man, he's really been out here doing what he said he was gonna do.
Right. Period per. On
Thank
God.
you. And I love
Mm-hmm.
to see a man of action. No words, all action.
Seriously.
Refreshing. Because some of y'all be jabbering and y'all need to just set the casket on fire.
Mm,
Okay? I'm
crazy.
tired.
So, absolutely. And then that takes us into The Undertaker's refusal to fight, the
Mm,
questionable reunion, the
mm.
betrayal, the fire in the casket. And then that brings us to like never before seen footage of them extinguishing the casket. And once again, giving us video proof, no taker. So where's our boy? That is the question.
And the way the crowd was seated, like waiting, because I was
Mm,
like, technically the show ended, and the crowd was still full
yeah.
of everyone just watching to see if Undertaker was legit burnt to a crisp in there.
No, absolutely.
I was like, the way you wouldn't
Absolutely.
be able to get me out of there until I
Mm.
knew for sure. Oh my,
The
I get
100%.
it.
Yeah.
I understand.
You want to go? No, no, I don't. I want to stay right
No.
here.
I'm
No.
handcuffing myself to the chair like someone would handcuff themselves to a tree to save it. Like I'm
Right.
like absolutely
100%.
not.
No, no, that is my rallying cry. Thank you.
Thank you.
So next we have a tag team match with Jeff Jarrett and Barry Windham, formerly Blackjack Windham, who treated us to a clean shave, and turns out
Treated
he's
was really
just
nice of you
that
to
was
say.
generous, yes. It turns out he's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
Just a
And aren't they
guy.
always?
Hmm. Facts.
Whoa, he was just a guy. Ooh,
So
scary.
they are taking on the Legion of Doom, who are fresh off of their loss to the New Age Outlaws due to some chicanery at the Royal Rumble. So they're in a foul mood. Jim Cornette is, of course, on commentary. Yep, 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 yapping away. The word of the day today was heritage.
Heritage.
Everything was about the NWA heritage and restoring that heritage.
He's a part
And
of the
boy, what a
heritage.
prestigious heritage the NWA has. And what a heritage. It like, ah.
And I literally said, if I hear the word heritage one more time, I'm flipping this table.
So you're welcome.
So I did flip the table.
So actually, I quit.
So
So
tonight's my last episode. Thank you so much for all your support over the years.
thank you. So Jim Cornette on commentary calls Bradshaw an albatross. Crazy. I was like, oh, okay. He
Whoa.
said dead weight. I was like, oh, all
Big
right.
ol' I always think of the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Like the out so I'm always like, so he was a bird, he said bird ass bitch. Like I like that's
Mm,
always what I think, but it's
not the
that's how
bird
they
ass bitch. Yeah,
cheated bird.
crazy. Of course, the NWA is cheating their way through this match. Such prestige, such heritage. Of course, Jim comes through with the racket assist, as he is known to do, because that's just classic Jim Cornette, and that's what we're being treated
Crazy.
to. The hits, the classics. Barry and Jeff Jarrett pick up the victory, and here we are. Um,
Mhm.
and that cuts to just the most unnecessary backstage segment of just it's just DX in the locker room, and it's just Triple H pulling down his pants for no reason, just to have it like quickly covered by the two title belts. And then he's like turning around and like turning back around. And of course, they're positioning the belts all crazy. But it's like, what was that for? The man didn't even change.
He didn't
He
even
just
change.
pulled down his pants and just that was it. He just said, Dick.
He
Here's
said
my
dick
dick.
surprise,
Like
which
there
guys, dick should never be the surprise. Just public service announcement.
dick should never be a
Dick
surprise.
should never be a surprise. Okay? Thank
Mm.
you. That's all.
Unless gays, I don't know if that's the same rules
Yeah, gays,
apply.
you guys have a whole different set of rules that I'm not privy to. Y'all do what you do. For me, please don't ever surprise me with the dick I was not expecting.
Yo, that's so funny.
Thank you.
We once again get another replay of the Tyson Austin scenario. And then we finally get backstage with DX, and of course, Triple H is being covered by the world's smallest
All this.
towel. The world's smallest towel, and he's getting just the most ginger knee wrap of his existence. China's just wrapping up his knee, and he's like moan groaning his way through
Ah.
it. And he's talking about how Owen, you're gonna see Triple H like you've never seen me before, like alluding to being naked. And then he's like, even at like 50%, I'm twice the man you'll ever be. He's like, it's time to flush Mr. Hanky, like all that, blah blah blah. They're just the hits. And then, of course, HBK takes over and he starts singing his own praises. He's like, I am that bitch. And you're like, okay, cool. Um, and then you're like, they love us. The people, they love us. And all it takes is just one bad apple. And then he's talking about Steve Austin. He's like ruining. He's like, oh, well, clearly they are going to get into it. So, like, there's got to be something I can do at WrestleMania, something I can do to get involved. He's like, maybe I can handle Sable. Crazy.
Oh,
And
handle Sable is
yeah,
an insane sentence to say, and he goes, "Ooh, but it might make somebody upset."
right. And then
Sable was not who he was referring to, by the way.
yep,
Like,
absolutely, that's correct.
really?
Yes, heinous, heinous, heinous. And then he's like, "Oh, maybe I can manage one of the minis." And then Triple H like chimes in. He's like, "No, they hate you. Remember last week with the picking them up?" And then he's like, "Oh," and then he takes off his jacket to reveal that he has a referee shirt underneath. And he's like, "Oh, like if only there was something I could do." And he's like, "Oh, wait, I could
Kind of
be."
like,
Right. He's like, I could be the special guest referee. And he's like, and everybody knows what a good referee I am. You could even ask The
that's the
Undertaker.
Undertaker.
And which is crazy because to just throw
First of
that,
all, we don't even know where he is,
I know, and
let
you're out
alone we're
here just,
asking him questions.
yeah, 100, not just asking, just taunting. I was like, okay. For all, okay. For all you
Okay.
know, he's in the room, but okay.
Yeah, I swear,
Um,
he's in the locker, like,
yeah, no, for real.
waiting.
So that's Shawn Michaels' plan as far as he's concerned for WrestleMania. But the actual set match is Steve Austin versus Shawn Michaels for the
That's
WWF
it.
Championship. So
I
we'll,
mean,
we'll see.
as a DX promo, I did love this though. Or a
Oh, it was
little
it was heinous,
interlude.
but like it was great.
Oh, it was the a perfect amount of heinous for them. I love to see it.
So that takes us into our next match, which is a rematch from the Royal Rumble. It's Goldust, with Luna taking on Vader, and Goldust and Luna decided to go full Vader drag. So it was VaderDust taking on Vader.
I
Crazy.
manifested this, I'm just
You really,
saying.
really did. Kelsey talked about this last week, and lo and behold, here we are.
I've
Here
done
we
it.
are, Vader and VaderDust. This match is basically just Vader beating up Goldust for the majority of the match until Goldust hits a low blow. Goldust, I have a note that just says has, I guess, a lime green little panties on, which Vader reveals for us when he goes for the power bomb. Uh,
Right.
Vader hits the power bomb, hits the Vader bomb, lights out. Kane.
Shocking. I guess I
Kane,
should have seen this coming,
I
but
love it. I love it.
hmm,
Kane comes out. As soon as he makes his way to the ring, Vader is gunning for his ass.
which
And I
I
love to
love.
see it. That's exactly like Vader. Go to
That's what I
town.
want Vader to do. I'm
Uh,
throwing up the V's. I'm like, go get him, big dog.
100%. Vader's like, he's getting his shots in. So much so he gets a pile driver in on Kane. Kane eats it, sits up, delivers a tombstone pile driver of his own, leaves Vader laying in the ring. Love to see it. Big fire explosion, leaves.
My my two big dogs fighting.
Ooh,
I hate when the girlies scrap, but
this is
I
great.
I oh my God, I love to see it. And again, like Vader is so big, and then Kane comes in and you're just like, Jesus H. Like
Right.
he is so big.
So big.
Girl, Tombstone pile driving Vader,
Right.
he's 430 pounds.
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus Lord. I mean, God, I love to see though, and I love to see Vader square up. He's like, I'm not afraid of you, girl. I got these big old mitts. They call me the Mastodon. Okay.
Period. Per.
I mean, I love to see them square up. Craziness.
Oh,
Craziness.
love to see it. So that takes us into a little backstage moment between Terry Funk and Mick Foley, having a conversation about watching their alter egos wrestle. And
It's
I think
so
that is
cute.
so funny.
It's
The
the
whole
best.
scenario was adorable.
It was
Uh,
the best thing I've seen in so long.
because it's just so genuine. It was such a genuine little moment. It was cute.
I'm not even lying. I'm getting a little emotional thinking about their friendship. It's just so cute.
I loved it. I
Ah.
thought, like, it's so cute, but at the same time, so crazy.
Oh,
Like,
it's insane. It's two insane people talking, going hee hee hee.
no,
Ah.
in the dark.
But it's that moment of like, and look at them. They found each other, and this someone will
Right.
always match. You always find someone to match your freak. Guys, friendship is the coolest.
Amen. 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 So that takes us in to their alter egos, Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie, taking on the tag team champions, the New Age Outlaws. Guys, this one was chaotic AF. The
It was
girlies start fighting
awesome.
immediately. They're fighting on the outside of the ring. Cactus goes after Billy. That leaves Chainsaw Charlie to fight in the ring with Road Dogg. Cactus Jack hits a suplex on the ramp to Billy. Absolutely crazy. The New Age Outlaws are dressed in catcher's gear this week because we love a theme.
Mm.
Of course, the classic isolating of the Terry Funk seems to be the deal with this new with the tag team. Um, I love that the subtlety of Road Dogg getting frustrated at not being able to keep Terry Funk down because he's just like a cockroach in that way. Like you like exactly like you hit him with that raid, like they run around drunk for 3.5 minutes and then they're
Ugh.
fine. Explain it, makes no sense.
It's like a it's just like a recreational kind of something for a roach. It's just like, whoa, they're like doing it's like doing whippets. Like, I don't know. They're just like,
Mm,
woo.
I feel that.
That's Terry Funk.
You're so
A
right.
cockroach doing whippets.
Um,
Terry Funk.
That's and honestly, I hope he's smiling at that wherever he is. So we get the dizzy tag from
The dizzy
Chainsaw
tag.
Charlie.
The dizzy
Uh
bat tag.
no, literally.
Literally.
So Cactus is in the ring. He hits the double arm DDT. Chainsaw Charlie just starts throwing chairs. Just
Uh,
starts throwing
into the
chairs
ring.
into the ring. Crazy. At one point, Cactus Jack grabs the cup out of Road Dogg's pants and then hits him with a low blow. And I think that shit was so funny. As like
So
part of a
funny.
wrestling show, that's hilarious. Like
Hilarious.
fantastic. So the match, like for some reason, hasn't been called a disqualification yet. And doesn't until Cactus Jack hits the classic Cactus Jack elbow off the ring apron onto the floor, but with a chair tucked under his arm this time. Because up the ante, why don't we? So the disqualification is called uh for the New Age Outlaws. And then Cactus Jack hits the referee with the mandible claw, which we got a close-up shot of. Shout out to
Oh,
Kelsey on that one. Um,
oh my God.
Literally reawakened all of her
Uh,
fears. Like,
I'm not joking, I freaked out.
no,
It was too
100%.
close. I could see the drool. Oh my God, I can't. I
So,
was going, get your fingers out of my mouth. Like it was happening to me. There's something just so visceral about it because you can't, and I know we've talked about this, but you can't like fake it. Like he's
right.
gonna stick his fingers in your mouth. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna make you gag. Like I don't, now it's just getting sexual, but
I
I,
get it.
like,
I get it, girl.
it. I
So,
don't like it. And I love Mick Foley, but I know he ain't wash those hands, girl.
that's crazy. No, he's like not known for
He
being the cleanliest man.
certainly has
Um,
not washed those hands.
crazy. So the New Age Outlaws pick up the victory. And of course, we're just more chaos is ensuing. Cactus and Charlie continue the beatdown on Road Dogg, and then they pile up all of the chairs that they have thrown into the ring, just onto his dead carcass as they wait. And then Chainsaw Charlie decides like now it's his time to shine. He runs up to the top rope and hits us with a moonsault. This man is in his mid 50s doing moonsaults.
Onto
Crazy.
chairs, onto a body. And he
Crazy.
landed so crazy on like his arm. I feel like he dislocated his arm
It
because
was
he had like a
crazy.
dead arm and he was just kind of holding it. Like,
Bonkers.
girl, Terry Funk,
Bonkers.
you will always be famous to me, girl.
100%. We love to see it. We love you, Terry. Next we are absolutely treated to a video package of the light heavyweight champion, Taka Michinoku.
I
Great stuff.
loved
Great stuff.
this. Oh, I love Taka Michinoku. I love to know that he was the first ever champion holder of the light heavyweight division in WWE. That makes me feel so good in so many ways. I love
I
that
agree.
guy.
We love to see it.
I love
Um,
knowing that.
and we are taken from the graces, the heights of that video package to the tack. That is the Honky Tonk Man. Apparently,
Kill it with fire.
Sonny was busy this week doing something, so the Honky Tonk Man is our special guest ring announcer. We have Brian Christopher taking on El Pantera. If you remember the last time El Pantera came onto the show, not came onto the show like we had him as a guest,
I was
but the
like,
last time he was discussed, we ripped
oh,
his outfit to shreds because it made no sense.
because it needs to be ripped to shreds.
Thank
In a
you.
literal incinerator. It's horrible.
Right.
Horrible. And I
Horrible.
stand by that. I'm
It,
sorry. It's distracting to the
right.
point. And like, if I can watch Goldust wrestle and it's not distracting, and he's doing it in teddies and thongs,
Right.
and I can't even pay attention to it's bad.
It's not working,
It's
sis.
bad, girl. Bad,
Right.
bad, bad.
Ugh.
I'm
Anyway,
sorry.
so this match is a number one contendership for the light heavyweight title. Whoever wins takes on Taka. We have the most disturbing moment from Brian Christopher when he hits us with a double bicep lick. Lick kiss, really.
Like,
crazy.
tonguey, very tonguey.
Very tonguey.
And when you do that thing with your lips, you know what I mean?
The extra
You know
part.
what I mean? That extra
Where you
like
try to like wrap it around their lips.
yes. And like in
Like
any
it's
other
like you're playing the
situation,
claw game. Like
yes. And like
horrible.
in any other
Horrible.
situation, okay. In this, it's no,
It's
no,
horrible.
no on your own biceps. Ew. So
Crazy.
annoying with that laugh. Oh God.
100%.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, no, terrible. Pantera, of course, his name of the game is picking up the pace. He has a few little moments. I love that on commentary, JR is just relentless with Jerry. He is just on him. He's like, admit it.
God.
And he is like in the interrogation room, all right? He is the bad cop and bad cop. There is no good
Yes.
cop.
Because at first he was like kind of not like easing into it, but not as quite as whatever, like
Now
or
he's
straightforward
now
with it.
he's
And then he
over
literally, it was like he turned next to me and go, "Just say that's your son." Is like literally what happened. He was like,
it.
"Just say it,"
Right, like this is getting ridiculous.
because it is.
Right,
JR was all of us. We're like, just say it, and so we
right.
can move past this whatever this
Whatever
is.
this is. Yeah, so the match continues and Brian Christopher hits Pantera with a suplex to the floor that looked crazy rough. That looked stiff
Crazy.
AF. And so the closest out, we have a side by side of this is also crazy. The side by side shot of a close up of Jerry Lawler watching the match and Brian Christopher missing a top rope move to get rolled up and pinned is like so insane. Like they hit us with that 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 like Jerry Springer cam where like one of them runs backstage and the other one's like on stage like calling after them. You know what I mean? Like the
And
drama
that
was
cameraman's been
unfolding
to
in
like
the ring.
boot camp.
No, 100%. That like that man has like is like a heat-seeking missile for like emotional trauma. Like that, like, that guy, that
You
cameraman
cannot
on
hide
Jerry's.
from him.
Absolutely not. He's gonna get your deepest, darkest, worst moment on film, and he's gonna broadcast it for the world. But like, it just feels like that. But it's just like the action was happening in the ring, and that's like the shaky cam, and then it's just like in Jerry Lawler's like close up face being like, "What? No,
What?
I'm fine."
What? No. How did that happen? And then he's like,
Uh,
go Pantera.
Go Pantera.
What's happening in here? It's so weird.
Crazy.
So
Crazy,
weird.
crazy, crazy. So Pantera picks up the victory. At some point during the match on commentary, Jerry was like, if he wins, I'll shake his hand. He goes in the ring. Um, Pantera is, of course, mistrustful of Jerry, which prompts the line from JR, well, he's smarter than he looks. And we agree with you because of that dumbass costume. So, smarter than he looks, he goes to shake the hand anyway. Guess not that smart. King Low blows him for his trouble, leaves him laying in the ring. Never trust that man. What is
I
wrong with you people?
swear. And Stone Cold been saying this about
A snake, a snake, a
everybody.
snake, a snake is a snake.
A snake is a snake is a snake is a snake. Just because it's not rattling doesn't mean it's not poisonous, girl.
Like, you just beat the snake's dumbass son. You think he's not
Girl,
coming for revenge?
honey. Also, check the footage. He always does this. He always does this.
Yes,
You should
girl.
should have taken your shit and left, girl.
Yes,
Pantera, maybe
girl.
you might be almost as dumb as you look.
Mm-hmm. Almost. Anyway, that's a tall order. Anyway, so we get a backstage interview with Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie, and they're asked about the match and like what their thoughts were. And Cactus Jack goes, "That was fun." And off screen, we hear DX coming through and walks into their shot, just kind of like as a distraction. And then we see the New Age Outlaws from behind the interview set pin uh Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie under the fence set, and then just DX and the New Age Outlaws just start wailing on the two of them. Crazy.
Like be throwing
Like
they're like
beating hands, using trash cans,
they're
using
like in
chairs.
in the net in like Finding Nemo, like the two
Right.
of them, and they're just getting like destroyed with trash cans. Which, by the way, Terry's still holding his dead arm. Like he's literally like this. Like I'm like something's amiss here.
Hmm.
Like, and then suddenly they just get assaulted
Right.
by the just. Oh, it's upsetting to see. I don't like it.
Bonkers.
Because
Bonkers,
also, if
bonkers,
you don't think
bonkers.
we know what happened when mankind was hiding in the whatever, y'all are quick to forget how
Hmm.
fast your asses were handed to you. You had to
Goldfish
lock,
memories.
woo, you had to lock that man in an industrial freezer to prevent him from killing you
Right.
while he sang Jingle Bells. Like
Right.
let's just come back down to earth for a second. Cannot believe y'all thought this was a good idea.
Nope.
Can't
No, it
wait
was
to see
not.
the aftermath of this because
It's gonna get hurt.
somebody's gonna get it. Somebody's gonna
Hmm.
get it.
So, more on that because we know there's more on that. But our next match is the Headbangers taking on the Quebecers. This is the second week back for the Quebecers. I have a note that just says Mosh channeling Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Coming out today. I'd love to see it.
Beautiful.
You had a note that something along the lines of the Quebecers were giving what, like Timu Legion of Doom, or
No, literally, I said they're giving like no offense to Canada, they were giving like Timu Canadian Legion of Doom. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like it's like Legion of Doom in an alternate timeline. Like instead of born in Chicago, they were born in Quebec, and
right.
like
No, it's
just
like the, you know
circumstances were
how it's
different.
like the it's like the dollar store like copyright infringement version of the real
Like the
thing.
Hulk, or like when they do the Avengers or whatever, and it's like the
It's like,
whatever, the
yeah,
fighters, or I don't,
right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
or
It's
like the
not like,
Avenginators, and it's like,
right.
and it's like
Right.
Invincible Man instead of Iron Man. Yeah,
No,
totally.
right, 100%. It's
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
Mr. United States, not like Captain America. You know?
Like
Like,
Sergeant General America.
so crazy. But yeah, so but and it's really just like it's just the body type of them all. It just looks like a stiffer Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
This match starts out with the Quebecers kicking butt. I thought this match was fun. I thought it was a
Yeah.
good back and forth between the two. I think it did a
Hmm.
good job making the Quebecers look, rough and tough, but also allowing the headbangers to be kind of the scrappier of the two teams, coming out with like a scrappy victory.
Yeah.
They get rolled. The Quebecers get rolled up, and they are none too pleased about it because after the match they keep beating on the headbangers, and they finish Thrasher off with a top rope leg drop and leave him laying face down in the ring. So the headbangers are the winner, thus putting them a little bit closer to a tag team title match.
Love.
But we'll see what happens there.
Sometimes I forget that they were tag team championship holders for like a little minute
Mm-hmm.
there. We
Mm-hmm.
need to get the belts back on my homies, my friends, the
I agree.
headbangers.
I love to see it.
I know you
Um,
do.
So next we have our main event. Owen Hart is set to take on Hunter Hearst Helmsley for the European title. Owen Hart makes his entrance. We're chilling. We get the DX intro, and it is the artist formerly known as Goldust in Triple H drag, and China and Luna played the part of China to perfection. I
Oh, perfection. This
To
was like
perfection.
some of both of their best work. I'm not even gonna
So
lie.
funny. This was so
Oh my
good.
God, this was hilarious. I'm like
So
here for
so
this.
we got Hunter Dust and Luna playing China, just her deadpan, the way that was just like mugging to the camera. Oh, it was so good.
Honestly,
The
really
terrible
fierce.
wig.
Oh,
Ah,
there was some heinous wigatry happening. Heinous
crazy.
wigonomics occurring.
And
Like
we're like, what
really
is
horrible.
happening? And then the bell rings, and we're like, this match is happening? This
Okay.
match is happening right now. Hunter Dust versus Owen Hart is the main event of Monday Night Raw right
It's
now.
so
Got it,
funny.
got it, got it. Okay, period. So insane. I
I
love
love
that
it.
at one point, Goldust rips his hair off, and Jerry, just being the color commentator, like supreme, is like, he's like, Hunter pulled his hair off, like fully, just like as if it was like real. And I love that because that's insane, because
He,
that's insane behavior, and the commitment to the bit is funny.
oh
Like
my God. It, well, he also, because Goldust came out in a big prosthetic like schnoz. And then,
huge,
oh my God. And another thing Jerry said, and Xavier and I both were like, hate to give it to him, but he said, don't look up, you'll poke a hole in the ozone layer.
crazy, like caught me off guard. Caught me. The Wicked Witch is shook.
Shook, the
From
shookening.
that schnoz.
Oh my
Like
God, it was
that's
so funny.
crazy.
Oh my
Um,
God. And I think JR was like, actually, I'm not even joking. I think Hunter Hearst Helmsley's nose is even a little bit bigger than that one.
no, I know. It's
A
so
read, but
brutal,
you'll poke a hole in the ozone layer is
brutal. Yes, fantastic. I have a note. That about Owen. Owen does a top rope. He leaps up onto the top rope and does a cross body. That is,
oh,
I just have my note next to it is just like
you literally did that when we were watching, you went, ugh. And I was like, no, for real.
because that's crazy.
God, it was
Um,
beautiful. And Goldust was kind of close, so he really had to like curl his body when he came. Oh my
so
God, he
good.
is just
Mm.
woo. Love that guy.
Jerry had another funny on commentary. He goes, Triple H probably has to use queen size bed sheets as tissues. Crazy, crazy, crazy,
Isn't
crazy.
that your friend? Like
That's what I
sometimes I'm
thought y'all
like,
were buddy old pals, but hey, here we
I
are.
swear. Wait, also, can I point out there was a sign in the crowd that said China be my prom date?
Aw,
I
cute.
love that.
No.
No, she won't even grace you with her presence. She didn't even come out one time.
No, 100%. She didn't even
Sorry,
come out tonight.
diva.
She said all my work's back here.
Dude, Luna the whole time in character, method acting, standing on the side holding the belt just
My next note after the uh the queen is Luna is the MVP for me. She is the moment of
Ate
this
it.
moment.
Ate
Um
down.
uh
Seriously.
so the match is crazy. We got a spinning heel kick, followed by the punches in the corner. Follows that up with an enziguri and a missile drop kick from the top rope. Love to see it. He gets hit in the back with a crutch from Luna China, and then we get the best deadpan. She hits Owen in the back with a crutch, close up deadpan to the camera, hard cut. Perfect, perfect. Ate it up, ate it up.
Beautiful.
Um,
Incredible.
um, Owen turns it around, hits Goldust with the sharpshooter. Owen picks up the victory. Owen is the winner. Um, Triple H shows up on the Titantron to rub his nose in it. And he's like, "Oh, what a loser! Like you could not, like, I can't believe you fell for that. Like as if anybody fell for that."
Yeah, girl.
And then Sergeant Slaughter comes down to the ring, and he's like, "Oh, DX, you got us again. Oh, you did it. You're just so clever. You're just always two steps ahead of us." And he's just like, it was just so convincing. You had me convinced, actually. And since Owen Hart had a sanctioned European Championship match here tonight, and since he won that match, I will also be awarding him the European Championship. And love to see
Love to
it.
see it.
Mm.
Love to see it. And I literally was like, it would be really funny if he beat
Mm-hmm.
Goldust and won the title. Like I
I
like
know.
that would be really funny. And then it happened and I was like, oh my God. Like that is genius. And honestly, Commissioner Slaughter, you did your job today, sir. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
arriving. Thank you for clocking in. Thank you for doing what you were meant to do. This
Right.
is fierce.
Thank you.
Because
This
now on commentary they were like they brought up such a good point. It's like now Hunter cannot avoid Owen anymore if he wants the belt back. Now he has to face him.
right.
No more of the chicanery and the dipping and dodging and ducking and diving.
You got to do
You
it.
gotta face him.
Right.
Love this.
Right.
Love this.
I agree. I
And
agree.
also, how much money does the D-Generation X have? I swear to God, they got everybody on the payroll these days. We
Yo, for
got
real.
Goldust and Luna Vachon. We got the New
Well,
Age
Shawn is the
Outlaws.
champion.
Oh my God, they got all the girlies doing their bidding these
No,
days.
for real.
Insane.
You are
Rickolas Root ain't even around anymore.
no, he's making bigger bucks down south.
Oh, he
Um,
went down south?
yes,
Oh, I
ma'am.
didn't know that. Bye, Rick.
So
Rick Tina.
we get another recap of Austin Tyson, and then we get just a rambling tirade from Don King that is essentially Mike Tyson, WrestleMania coming together,
May
not breaking
27th.
not breaking the rules. Like, yeah, March 20,
Oh,
whatever.
March 27th.
Yeah, you're like, okay, cool. Um, so that was basically the gist on that. And also that Mike Tyson is not like clear to compete as a wrestler. Obviously, by the whatever commission, whoever approves that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna have to find some other way for Tyson to be involved. And then that takes us to the closing segment, which is Stone Cold Steve Austin. He comes out and he's like, last week really pissed me off. And you're like, oh, here we go. Here
Thank
we go.
God.
He's like, Mike Tyson pushed me on national television and thought I was gonna do nothing about it. He goes, I love that. He goes, like that's crazy.
Uh-uh.
He's gonna find out very quickly you do not mess with Steve Austin. And he's like, don't worry. He's like, I'll make it so easy for you to find me. I'll give you my pager, my phone number, my address. You can blow a smoke signal. Like, you can find me. Like, you can find me. Don't worry. Because I want a piece of that. And then he tells Mike Tyson that he's gonna knock that gold tooth out of his mouth and make a necklace out of it, which is crazy, a crazy thing to say to Mike Tyson.
Insane.
Um, Crazy. Um, and basically, he ends the promo with basically like, I hope you show up to WrestleMania. I wish a bitch would, because if you do, you're gonna get your ass handed to you. And you're like, this is like Mike Tyson. He's talking to
Girly. He's so
crazy,
crazy. I love
crazy,
it.
crazy, crazy,
That's how I
crazy.
want my crazy. Just totally unabashed and just gunning for your neck. Like, I'm
I
making a necklace out of your gold tooth, beach.
I agree.
Incredible.
Love to see it.
I
Love to
love to
see it.
see it.
All right, guys. So that is where we leave this episode, which is a just close up on Stone Cold putting us in our place.
Whew.
Amen. So thank you all for watching. This has been another edition of the New to Wrestling podcast. Well, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of those great things wherever you find us. For Kelsey, I am Xavier. We will catch you on the next one.
We'll see you there.
Bye.
Bye.